be the best way.
We got out of school due to rain. Say hey to the butt. Anyways, yeah. Second day of school and it flooded everywhere, so we're out half a day. Mr. Oh shit.
You let me go?
We have rules of the road. Follow them. Anyways, Mr. Breh from MrBrehGaming. I've mentioned him on my channel before, but he made a video on why he dislikes school, and I'm gonna make a follow-up on that. Yeah? You wanna say something? What you wanna say? Oh, okay. Alright. Well, yeah. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jot down a couple points, and then later I'm gonna film, you know, the whole thing of why. Hey, Kame337 here. My good friend MrBrehGaming made this video about how he hates school, and so I decided I'll do like a follow-up, or you know, just give my thoughts on things. And I'm gonna start out by saying that I am a senior in high school, so I have a little bit of experience, enough experience to speak about what I'm talking about. Most of this is gonna be from my own personal, you know, experiences, and like the train's coming, so you might, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, my personal experience and me seeing and observing others' experiences. So a lot of what I say, some of what I say may not pertain to you necessarily or your situation, but I'm just gonna say some stuff. And what I want to start out by saying is I have a love-hate relationship with school. All right, I don't like to be told what to do. All right, okay, I like guidance. I don't like to be fussed at and told what to do, and have the feeling of, if I don't listen to this person, I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, I don't like that, first of all. Second, I feel like teachers shouldn't, you know, be teachers. They should be like guiders. For me, school, the school experience isn't about the books. It isn't about the learning. Like, because you are an F, D, C, A, B student, it doesn't matter. You're not an A, C, D, B, F person. Like, these letter grades don't matter in the real world. School, in my opinion, school is here to teach you how to interact with people. I said this to my mom this morning, and it was a breakthrough because I watched this video, I watched the video that Mr. Breh made, and it made me think. When you think about it, when I look back at it, school to me was almost kinda like a miniature world before the real world. It's just more controlled. So like it's like a test run, it's like a trial. So you have all these people with all these different, you know, of course different ethnicities, but all these different views on stuff, different religions, different everything. And school is just a place where it's a whole bunch of differences into one place, into the same place. So you learn, through time, you learn to not just to deal, but to accept people for who they are and accept them for what they believe in. Because in all reality, all that matters is you're trying to accomplish something. It's better to work together so that we all can accomplish our goals that we set for ourselves than to butt heads and cause problems along the way. Now, one thing that he touched up on was teacher and student relationships, which honestly, I don't see a problem with them, and unless like they're, you know, the wrong, you know, relationship type thing. I feel like a teacher shouldn't be gossiping with other students unless that teacher needs to be in that business, you know, unless something wrongful is happening. But other than that, he or she doesn't need to know what's happening on Instagram or Facebook, anything. Snapchat, whatever, the feud between the, you know, it doesn't matter, because all that does is stir up a lot of stuff. Just say, for example, there's something going on, a feud between two students, and one student goes tell a teacher that they're comfortable with the situation, and the teacher gives their, you know, opinion on it, And okay, so then once that teacher gives their opinion, the student can go and tell other students, hey, this was his opinion of the situation that's going on, blah, 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 blah. And once you tell one person, once that student tells one student, then it gets told, you know, to other students. And then what that teacher said gets told eventually either back to that teacher or to another teacher that will tell that principal. And then you get that teacher in trouble. So it's better that children, or not children, but students not be so comfortable with teachers. Now I can see like seniors, it's a different story because, you know, you're about to leave and, you know, go to college, or, you know, you're about to start life. So you're gonna ask advice, and you're gonna get, so I feel like senior year you're gonna get closer to your teachers that you are already close to, because they're not teachers anymore. To them, you see them as people. You respect them as people, and they're really guiders at that point, because they have been through what you're going through at that very moment. So they're gonna be there to, you know, they're gonna be there to guide you, to assist you with all these problems. Like, a lot of people don't want to pay taxes. A lot of, like, but that's just a part of life, whatever. You know, I don't want to learn how to do that because I feel like I will never ever do that. There's a lot of things, and that's a subject that I'll get to. But yeah, so that kind of relationship is good, because when you think about it, you spend more time with your teacher. Like, during the school year, you spend more time with your teachers than you do with your parents. And your parents might be working and all that stuff. So you're going to talk to your teachers more about situations. That's just, it's going to happen because they're there and it's going to be on your mind. And that's where you are majority of the time. You're with your teacher. Or not with that specific teacher, but you're at school and the teachers are at the school. So, yeah. So it's not that bad in that sense. But as far as, you know, a ninth grader, like, being too close to a teacher, that, you know, that's just not, in my opinion, that's not okay. You know, being gossipy, and, you know, if they're giving advice like you would to any other student, yeah. But if they're like buying them candy for, like, if like the student is getting candy to the teacher for like whatever reason, for grades or for whatever, anyways, that's not cool in my opinion. But to each his own, whatever. Anyways, the next subject I want to go on is school. Like, school prepares you for life, and also school helps you learn so much about yourself, because there's so many other people there, and you have all these different, well, I have all the, whatever, you have all these different judgments based upon all these different people you see. And so then you learn, once you see and get to know that person that you're judging, you're not going to judge them as you did before. And that's the whole thing with, you're expanding yourself. You are becoming more flexible with yourself and what you believe, if that makes any sense. Okay, you learn all these different things in school, you know, history and stuff, about like just random stuff, and like maths that you think you'll never use but do come in handy. Okay, school provides basic education, and everybody's gonna need a job, because everybody needs money in this society that we live in, whether or not you like it or not. Like, that's just how it is. So you're gonna need to learn basic math. You're gonna need to learn like basic education to get anywhere in life. And so you may be a kid or a teen or a child or whatever saying, I hate school, this, I'll never learn this, or I'll never need this in life. You're gonna always need something. The reason why it's given to you is everything happens for a reason. You'll learn something for a reason. Now, the thing that I don't like about school and learning the book type things is because sometimes you are taught things that aren't, like, especially in history, that aren't actually true, but they're accepted as truth. because they've been said over and 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 over through the years. Now, they do have things that are like math, like I've said, that you will need in algebra. You don't necessarily need it, but it does come in handy in certain jobs, in certain things. Like, I don't know, it's just how it is, man. So it's like, it's better to suck it up and deal with it, because in the long run, that's what school is. School is preparing you for life. School is the lesson before the test. That's exactly what it is, believe it or not. And there's not that much that I learned in school, but the thing that I did learn in school is that I should have taken it serious. Yeah, there were points where I was just like, no, like at all, this is not what I want to do. I'm just going to live in the woods and grow my food and whatever. But you learn so much, and a lot of what I know now, I would know more about if I would have just paid attention in school. Like chemistry, I didn't care anything about chemistry, but at the same time, it fascinates me. And if I would have just learned chemistry and how things, you know, do, and I don't know, I don't think I really ever would use chemistry actually. But anyways, like American history, I love American history. I used to hate it because all of the things that we were learning, I wouldn't like okay with, like the whole Native American thing. That threw me off. I was like, nah, man, like that ain't right. Blah 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 blah. You know, all this. I just saw in American history, like a lot of it was negative, and I think that's what I didn't like about it. But when I did my own research and I look back at things, that's just how stuff is. Like a lot of stuff that happened is negative, and there's no turning back. You know what I mean? But just because something happened doesn't mean you can keep the negativity from it going. The past is the past. There's things that we have to let go, and we have to move forward. So it's better to do that than to hold on to something that'll just keep dragging you down. And yeah, school isn't bad. School is a very good place to be if you're at a good school. It's always nice to care about yourself and your education, because you will need that. That is something that you will need no matter where you go. And the fact that we live in America and it's free, or almost pretty much free, is amazing. And I'm proud to say that. But there's a lot of things that I won't need. There's a lot of things that I'll take. A lot of things, I'm just going to say this now because I think I'm going to stop, because this is weird. I'm going to just say a lot of the things that I learned in high school, I didn't learn from a book. You know, like the whole letter grade thing, I didn't learn that from a book. I learned that just from being through high school. Like no matter what grade you make, nobody's going to treat you that way. They're not going to treat you like a F person. Like, we're all works in progress. We're all progressing. Even the teachers themselves are progressing year by year, day by day. And school is just a place for us to progress together. And, you know, like I said earlier, it starts at home. To be a student, it starts at home. But to be a functioning person, it starts in school, because technically school is somewhat of programming. That's another thing I don't like about school, but you know what I mean? If you see it how you see it, then it'll be that way. And it's all about how you perceive stuff. So all I'm going to say is try to get the best that you can out of school, even though it may not be something you like. Take as much as you can out of it, because that's something that can only happen once. You can only go through elementary, middle school, and high school one time. And yeah, so cherish that. Cherish what you learn from there and take it with you and be awesome.